Alright, so Moonlord Master, not Ultra, gonna take some getting used to that one. Here are the drop rates from PalDB, and you can see that the new legendary weapons actually have a 25% drop rate. So I'm gonna be tackling the boss with my old Moonlord team, just gonna see how they perform with their old skills that I've been using. Also gonna switch in my Felbat. So this is my first attempt at this boss. We're gonna kinda see how it goes, switching in all the usual weapons that I like to have just in case. I haven't really done the normal Moonlord a lot. I've just been kind of seeing the numbers for the fruit farming. But now we're gonna see the master version, just kind of how hard it hits and stuff like that. I like to just have the Felbat as a backup. I was considering something like Frostallion, but I remember that like he has this sort of beam attack, that one right there. I would just prefer fighting him on foot, kind of the opposite from Xenolord, where I preferred fighting him in the air. But just what pal is nice when fighting on foot? Well, I guess Felbat, because you just get that added lifesteal effect. We got the Terra Prismas just doing their thing. And also not sure about the weapon, really. I was considering, like, the overheat rifle, since this is an endgame boss. I was considering the plasma cannon for, like, shooting a lot while the eye was open. But in the end, like, what usually ends up happening for me when using those weapons in a raid army is that I can't see much when there's, like, a ton of... In this case, we're using, like, Ice Missile, Dark Shot, Icicle Bullet as well, and then Dark Wisp. So just a lot of projectiles. Can make it a bit tricky to see when he's actually holding his hands open, or the eyes on the hands are open. But just, I think this multi-guided will sort of hover around where his eyes are until they open, sort of like all these skills. So Icicle Bullet, Dark Wisp, and Dark Shot are all these sort of homing skills. You'll see they just kind of hang around until the eye opens, then they all hit anyway. So other options are like Hydro Slicer, Beam Slicer, even stuff like Dark Laser. They can all hit the eye pretty well. But I feel like these skills that just kind of hang around until the eye opens work a little bit better. Like you might have a lot of Beam Slicers and stuff missing. And then something you might notice well with Moonlord is that he sort of rotates around you. He's always facing you. So if you are doing like a lot of dodging and stuff in this fight, you will make the Hydro Slicers and stuff like that miss. So you can see Moonlord is actually killing quite a few of these Bastigors. He seems to be level 65. So up from 50. So this is now the highest level boss. Xenolord Ultra is only level 60. So I guess this is the current end game boss, the hardest boss in the game. So we're gonna have to be looking at some of these like best skills to use. Maybe it is still Hydro Slicer and stuff like that. I just felt like they are not as consistent. Like you might get faster kill times, but you might also miss all your shots. You probably want to focus the main eye in the middle first, so it stops using that sort of beam attack. But that's it really. So for my first fight I got the Vortex Beater, not the Terra Prisma, but we're gonna be doing this fight quite a bit. It wasn't that much of a struggle with this Felbat, just throwing these pals at it. Hopefully within these first 4 fights I'll get that legendary Terra Prisma. So this is also why I waited with farming the legendary Terra Prisma. I only did like 10 of the dungeons, got my green version, was happy with that. And then I haven't really stepped foot in that dungeon, because the oil rigs, like all these old drop rate sources all got buffed eventually. So we kind of knew that this was going to happen with this Terraria dungeon. So the pals are these Bastigors with that Dark Shot Icicle Bullet thing. We did get one legendary weapon, so that 25% drop rate coming in hot. Not a lot of fruits, like it's not like the new fruit farm I guess that people are going to do is still going to be that normal Moonlord or just spamming Rio. We got this Flame Funnel, Earbullet, Hydro Slicer. Could have swapped the skills around, maybe Dark Shot, Icicle Bullet are really the go-to. But that's it for this video, so thanks for watching.